left Fairbanks and we're heading south. We're going towards the Denali Park. But the further south we get, and boy, the smoke is getting thick. I don't know if you can see, but take a look at the sun. It's mid-afternoon and you can hardly make out where the sun is. Well, we made it to the Denali National Park and Preserve, and you can see right behind me here is the Denali Mountain, formerly Mount McKinley. Well, maybe you could see it if there was no smoke from the forest fires.
I don't see anything.
Well, we were here. And trust me, the mountain is there somewhere.
Yeah, we'll see it sometime.
We're here at Husky Homestead just outside of Denali National Park. And we're going to take a tour today of Jeff King's operation here for sled dogs. He's been a 4-time Iditarod champion, and we're just so pleased to be able to take this tour today. So let's get started.
And I want a chance to explain why anybody would go 1,100 miles on a dog sled once, much less 30 years in a row. I'm hoping that by the end of the morning you don't think I'm completely nuts. Well, I don't really care if you think I'm nuts or not.
The dogs are going to stay pretty noisy a while longer. And you'll see that you can see on the treadmill here, just I ask that you not come in front of this flower pot line. So today, in lead, differential commands given by the musher. All steering commands are given verbally. You'll notice what happens in the dog yard though. In 3, 2, 1. And they look that way. You all think of a certain image in your mind because they have been bred for certain appearance standards.
I've been in 39 1,000-mile sled dog races and another 100 other sled dog races in the last 45 years. I've traveled somewhere in the neighborhood of 180,000 miles in the back of a dog sled. Folks, these dogs are eating machines. They will consume in excess of 10,000 calories per dog in a 24-hour period during the active ride. Average body weight's 50 pounds. Do the math. 10,000 calories is where they go off the scale. Folks, the honest to goodness truth is any one of my dogs, any one of my competitors' dogs could pull a sled with 300-pound load all by themselves all day long. I'm not joking. I'm not exaggerating. One dog would pull 350 pounds. They wouldn't go very fast. They could do it all day.
Well, that was such a great tour at Husky Homestead. If you're ever around this area, you need to go.
Go. You get to hold little puppies and see how hard they work and how fast they can run, and it's wonderful.
Here we are at the Denali Mountain viewpoint, the south viewpoint. So we're going to take a look at North America's largest mountain at just over 20,000 feet and the 11th tallest mountain in the world. So let's take a look. Da, da, da. Believe it or not, that's what it's supposed to look like.
That's what we're supposed to be looking at, and you can't
with all the smoke
even make out an outline.
It's really too bad, but there's something like 212 fires burning right now in Alaska, so there's nothing we can do about it.
There's people with bigger problems than us, Craig, so we just hope it all works out good for everyone.
We're here in Homer, Alaska. Halibut.
The what?
We're here in Homer, Alaska, the halibut fishing capital of the world. Let's go take a look at Homer Spit. We're in Homer, Alaska now. So we decided we're going to take a couple of days off now that we got this nice campground right near the water. But what we'll do is we'll show you a little bit of what Homer, Alaska is like, or at least Homer Spit. I don't know for sure, but I think technically this is the end of the Alaska Highway. This is Highway 1, and Homer Spit is the end of Highway 1 West.
We're hitting the end of the road again, just like we did in the Florida Keys, yeah, Key West.
So next week, we start heading south and east.
Yep.
We walked to the end of the road for Highway 1 West here in Homer, Alaska.
Yep.
There was no sign here like the Highway 1 end of the road in, where was that, Key West?
Yep, Key West.
But we did find a sign that said Road's End.
Well, we found a resort that's called Land's End.
Land's End. I'm no fisherman, never have been, but what we've kind of learned about Homer, Alaska, it's a huge tourist destination for deep sea halibut and salmon fishing.
They say that they're a quaint little drinking village with a fishing problem.
One more thing that we have to do while we're on Homer Spit. It's time to go to the Salty Dog Saloon.
Yep.
Let's go. There, we left our mark. It's July 4th and we find ourselves in Seward, Alaska. Now, we originally came here because we knew this was mile 0 of the Iditarod Trail, the original trail, when the pioneers settled here in the early 1900s. So we got to the mile 0 sign. What we didn't know is this is the home of the Mount Marathon race, and I knew nothing about it before. So we're gonna go check it out. It's an annual race they do on July 4th all the time. We're here now near the finish line, and this race actually started in 1915, and this is the 94th edition of this race.
Yeah, over the years.
Over the years. And what is this race? It's not really a marathon. What they do is they race to the top of that mountain right there, 3,022 feet high.
And the hard part is they race back down.
So they run up and they run down. It's quite an event. We never knew this was even here.
Yeah.
So let's go check it out. So here we are at the start line for wave number 1. And am I racing in it? No.
No.
Well, let's take a look at the start.
Come wrestle a grizzly bear. Do you think you're stronger than the great Alaskan grizzly? Well, here's a...
Here comes the first one. Watching these guys race is really tiring. I think it's time for a reindeer dog.
Reindeer dog. Open onions?
No, no onions for mine. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Here we are in Seward, Alaska for July 4th. And we're sitting here watching the floating parade at 11:30 at night, believe it or not.